So you want to know why your eyesight's getting worse, especially if it's deteriorating quickly or you just feel too young for blurry vision right now. Now, I'm not an eye doctor and I don't work with vision loss, with lenses and surgery, so make sure you do consult your eye doctor just to make sure that everything is okay. I'm Will Fuller, your peak performance and holistic health coach, and I'm dedicated to getting you your best vision now naturally and holistically. So by the end of this video, you're going to know the top 7 reasons why your eyesight might be getting worse due to stress and anxiety, which is going to be increasing your knowledge and your awareness around these areas so that you can actually start interrupting these stress patterns so you can prevent them from happening in the first place. Now, as you'll see here, a recent survey after one of my free online 5-day challenges shows how quickly a reduction in stress, eye strain, dry eyes, and blurry vision can actually be achieved. So if you want to join one of these people, you will find a sign-up link in the description box below. So let's get started with simple reason number 1, how anxiety and stress can cause blurry vision. So reason number 1 then, I'm going to say, is poor lifestyle choices. So when you're stressed and you're anxious, you probably notice that you're more likely to eat processed sugary foods, which is going to affect your overall health. And also one thing that stress and anxiety is going to affect in poor lifestyle choices is also you skipping your eye breaks, which top eye doctors around the world all agree that you really need to be taking every 20 minutes if you're spending any more than 2 hours on the computer screen or looking at your phone or any kind of digital screens there. And that if you don't follow that rule, then things that you could expect is dry eyes, blurry vision, eye strain, headaches, neck and shoulder pain. So you could imagine that when you're in that stressed, anxious response, then you're less likely to take those breaks. Well, think about it for yourself. Have you ever experienced it when you really wanted to look away from the screen? You know your eyes were feeling strained, but you were so stressed about getting that last email done or that article that you skipped that last break and you just said, oh, I'm gonna just finish this email and then I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do this one email and then I'm gonna take a break. And then eventually the eye strain, pain, blurry vision steps up a notch. The message gets louder and louder and louder until finally you pay attention and you go and take a break from the computer. But unfortunately by then it's too late and then you've already worsened your eyesight and now you're in a deprivation. So now you're trying to recover from that, and that's going to be a lot more challenging for you to do that. So make sure that if you are spending long hours in front of the computer screen, doctors are now agreeing that spending time in front of the computer screen 2 hours or more is going to fatigue those eye muscles. The eye muscles are going to become stiff, weak, fatigued, and that's going to lead to blurry vision. Now, you could imagine if you spoke to an eye doctor, they probably wouldn't link stress with that blurry vision from sitting in front of a computer screen, but hopefully you can see now through this lens, not a glasses lens, but through a theoretical lens of if you're stressed, the choices that you're going to be making throughout the day are going to be less effective towards your health, or less geared towards your health and more geared towards overcoming that stressor, that fight or flight response that's actually going on with that. Now, if you do want to learn more about what are the guidelines around taking eye breaks and understanding a little bit more of the science about that, then the video you're going to want to watch is why eye strain relief and eye relaxation improves your eyesight easily. So now let's move on to reason number 2, that stress and anxiety can worsen your eyesight. And that is because stress leads to a lack of blinking, which also then leads to dry eyes. And if you don't have this nice, moist, clear film over your eyes, then just that in itself can actually make things blurry. So how does that actually happen? Well, when the fight or flight response kicks in, then there's a muscle in the eyelid there that opens up the eyelid and can also keep it open, the levator palpebrae. Now, when that gets activated by the fight or flight response or the stress response, then you're not blinking that 15 to 20 times as recommended by eye doctors, or as a natural blinking state, which scientists have studied. So what that does is that creates a nice spread clear film over the eyes, allowing you to see clearer for longer throughout the day. But you could imagine the evolution of the fight or flight response. A tiger comes to eat you. If you were to blink, then you're not going to be around much longer in order to get dry eyes. But if you look at our current lifestyle and situation, well, we're in this fight or flight response. You just got an email from your boss telling you that the report is due in an hour, and you completely forgot about it. That's going to trigger this fight or flight response, and you're going to want to get that done because it's the equivalent to seeing a tiger. And what's interesting about the human body is it doesn't really tell the difference between a tiger and that email from your boss. It can be a low level, basal level of stress that can actually have these effects, just like keeping the eyelid open. So reason number 3 then is pupillary dilation, or the pupil dilating. So when someone is stressed, their pupil dilates. Now, the reason why that can affect your vision is the pupil is what allows us to bring more acuity if we're reading from near. We call it the pinhole effect. Those of you that have tried pinhole glasses, that's why they work. If you think about someone who looks down the line of sight, say in a gun or something along those lines, it creates a pinhole effect. In fact, you could even try it now. If you look out into the distance and pick an object, then you can just kind of make a small hole with your finger and look through it. You might notice that things get a little bit clearer when you do that, and that's that pinhole effect. You could even do it now, maybe not on my face because that might be scary if it gets clearer, but you could look at your screen, do the pinhole effect, look through it, and see if you notice that it's clearer. Now that's that pinhole effect. That's that you're doing the job of a pupil that's meant to be more constricted in order to see clearer. So you could imagine that if your pupil is dilated, then things are going to seem blurrier from near as a result of that stress response. All right, reason number 4 then, that stress can be making your vision blurry, short or long term, is going to be a lack of oxygen. When we're stressed, we're not breathing properly. Short, shallow breaths up in the top of the chest instead of some of the deeper breathing. If you're interested in learning more about deeper breathing, then make sure you check out the eye relaxation playlist on my YouTube channel. I've got a series of guided breath work that you can do there, along with guided meditative music as well, to help you, teach you how to breathe properly, to do this deeper breathing. So one thing that's valuable around that is going to be that you're going to be getting oxygen going around your body, which, as you could imagine, our cells need oxygen in order to function properly. So getting that oxygen to the eyes, but also to the brain, because it's the brain that sees, not just the eyes. And then also the healthy tissue around the body increases mood, happiness, all these great things that oxygen does in order to keep us healthy and active. So similar to that, reason number 5 is lack of blood flow to the eyes, and also lack of blood flow to the brain. So when we're stressed, the blood flow is more likely to go to our muscle tissue, so we can either run or we can fight. It's less interested in things like vital organs, like our digestive system, reproductive system. So we want to make sure that we've got good blood flow going towards the eyes at all times. Another reason with that, with stress as a secondary response, is that you're going to get muscle tension. So especially if we're like this during the day, if this looks familiar to you, then this definitely is an important one to you. If we're stressed like this, we're carrying the world on our shoulders, we're preparing to either fight or fly. So that's going to constrict all this area in through here, in through the neck. And this is where we've got all these vital arteries and veins that are meant to be delivering effective blood. And then also one thing that people really don't think about is that it's also taking waste away. So something like macular degeneration is a build-up of waste in the back of the eyes that are not getting taken away from the eyes. So also with the brain, like for example, one reason why they say lack of sleep can be detrimental to your health is that it's when you're sleeping that the brain clears toxins that it's accumulated during the day. So if you don't have a good drainage system, then you can see how that can affect your eyes and your vision overall in the long term, as well as giving you a deficit in what you really need to be maintaining a healthy body. All right, great. Just 2 more to go here. Well done for sticking with me. Number 6 is that you're going to get those chronic high levels of cortisol and the negative effects that are going to go along with that. And that's too much to go through in this video. Science is catching up with that all the time. Just do a Google search for negative effects of cortisol levels in the body, or degenerative effects of cortisol on your eyes, or long-term effects of stress on your vision due to cortisol levels. It's a chemical in the body that is meant to circulate for 90 seconds before getting flushed out of the system. But so many people today, that's getting switched on and it's not being switched off again. So those high levels of cortisol are having negative effects on your body at multiple levels, but obviously for this video we're interested in what are those effects that could be, those degenerative effects that could be having on your eyes, along with things like inflammation, like a build-up of inflammation either at the back of your eyes, which could then make things blurry, or systemic inflammation that could be going on somewhere else in the body that then can have a knock-on effect on your vision as well. So then the final one that I want to talk about here, the seventh and final reason why stress could be affecting your vision, is the stress vision loss cycle. Now there's not too much that's reported on this, so I just want to explain it to you. If you are noticing vision loss, does that make you happy or sad? Or does that make you calm? Or does that make you stressed? Now, for a lot of people, that makes you more stressed. So you've got blurry vision, you either can't do the work that you need to be doing because things are blurry, maybe your eye strain, headaches, you can't focus, can't concentrate. That initiates a higher level of stress, which then is going to weaken your vision that much more. And then as your vision weakens, that triggers an even higher level of stress. And then that increases the stress response, which then weakens your vision. So you could imagine you get stuck in this stress vision loss cycle, which obviously can be very dangerous, and that you want to get yourself out of that stress response. So was this helpful today? I really hope so. Let me know in the comment box below, what was your biggest takeaway? Which one of these 7 do you feel is affecting you the most? Which one of these 7 would you like a little bit more information on, or a little bit more detail on? Is there one that I missed out? Maybe there's 8 or 9 that I didn't include here. I'm respectful of your time, so I kept it short here today, but maybe there's one that you know that you want to let me know about. Let me know in the comment box below, as well as any kind of questions or uncertainties that you have that I might not have covered. So if overcoming stress, eye strain, blurry vision, dry eyes, headaches, neck and shoulder pain sound good to you, but you're not completely sure how you're going to do that or implement that into your life, well, don't worry. As your peak performance and holistic health coach, I'm here to help you every step of the way. So please do check out the description box below for a sign-up link to a 5-day challenge for relaxed, clearer vision. And please like and subscribe so you can get the weekly vision improvement eye tips and success tips in order to implement these into your life. And make sure that you check out the video right next to me here that's going to help you go one step further in that relaxed, clearer vision. I'm Will Fuller, your peak performance and holistic health coach, and I look forward to guiding you towards eye relaxation and clearer vision again soon. Make it a great day.